What's up, YouTube? So these are going to be my thoughts on the latest reveals for the new Hasbro Pulse Power Rangers Lightning Collection reveals that was announced yesterday. So I'm going to give you my thoughts and opinions, and this is going to be right in time for the 30th anniversary. So let's get into it. So to start things out, I'm going to talk about the latest figures that were announced, or the newest wave. So in this newest wave, we get Turbo Red, which looks really good. I'm not a big fan of Power Rangers Turbo, but I gotta say, the way this helmet design and the suit design looks, just looks phenomenal. And I like the different accessories that he comes with. If this helmet looks how it does in the promo, which I really hope it does, this looks absolutely phenomenal. But ultimately, it makes sense that we got a Turbo, right? With Phantom Ranger and the recently released Blue Centurion, we were right on time for a Turbo release, so why not be Turbo Red? And with this, you can definitely interchange it with a previous Tommy head that you guys have. And another figure that was announced is Lightspeed Blue. Now, if you guys saw my wish list, Titanium Ranger was on my wish list. So although I'm not a huge fan of Lightspeed Rescue, it was cool. I liked it. I just like that this is definitely going to be a way that we're going to get the Titanium Ranger. The Titanium Ranger is a figure that I know a lot of people want, and if this is any indication that we're going to get it, then this is exactly what we needed. But all in all, it looks pretty cool. Head sculpt is a little iffy. I don't know. This one didn't really blow my mind. I don't know. I guess Lightspeed Blue never really resonated with me, but I know he's a great martial artist. So, I'll give it credit where credit's due. And then the last figure in this new upcoming wave is the RPM Yellow Ranger. Now, it makes sense because RPM is a season that is a fan favorite. I know it's one of the more darker seasons, kind of similar to Time Force in a sense. Me personally, I never watched it, but I like where this is going. I like that we're getting different seasons, and that's something that I know that I've been kind of preaching about, is kind of branching out away from the MMPR stuff and getting different seasons. So I really like that we're getting different teams, and this is it feels fresh and new, and this head sculpt looks phenomenal. So kudos to the Hasbro Pulse team. I like where things are going so far. Next up is the Power Rangers and Cobra Kai reveals. I'm a big fan of Cobra Kai, one of my favorite shows, and I like that we got a Miguel Diaz. This red suit just to make so much sense, especially with the later seasons where he had his red gi. This is just super dope. And what's Miguel without Johnny Lawrence? This to me is the highlight of the two releases. Johnny Lawrence is such a badass, and in Cobra Kai, I think he's probably one of the more likable, if not the most likable character. That can be debated, but Johnny Lawrence is so dope, and it makes me want to backtrack and get Dana LaRusso. So I'm really excited for these releases. I know not many people really like him, but I did happen to see a Dana LaRusso at my local Target, and I passed up on it, and seeing the releases makes me want to go back and get it. So I'm definitely hyped for these. So to celebrate the 30th anniversary, they did also release some upcoming villains. So one of them is going to be the Minotaur from MMPR. This villain, or I guess this character, is significant because this was the villain that they fought when they first got their power weapons and formed the Power Blaster. And I specifically remember that episode I remember this character just simply for that. But I like the way it looks. The sculpt on the Minotaur looks dope. And, we do get some new effect pieces that we've never seen before. So I'm all for it. I really like the Minotaur. And, I like that you can probably even use it for different lines, right? So this is a multi-purpose figure, and I'm all about, dual usage. So you can mix and match him in different lines, and I think it'd still look dope. Now this one is one that I'm not necessarily sure that we really needed. I know that a lot of people may have missed out on Rita Repulsa the first time, so I understand why they're releasing it. And in conjunction with the 30th anniversary, it does make sense to to choose Rita, but I'm just not necessarily sure that I feel like we could have maybe had like different characters, right? We could have gotten like Baboon and Squat. I don't necessarily think we've gotten those characters yet. I know we've gotten Finster, so that would have been a cool way to kind of round out like the main villains. But nonetheless, I think Rita's cool, but I would have preferred different characters such as Baboon and Squat. All right, so down to the biggest reveals of the live stream, we have the updated or remastered Armored Red, as well as the Mighty Morphin Green. Now, for me personally, these two are the highlight. If you missed out on the original versions, this is a great opportunity for you guys to be able to backtrack and get them. Both of these figures are going for crazy prices now. I believe I've seen Armor Red, the 2-pack going for like $200, like the individual figure for like at least over $100, and the Tommy figure, the original, both the Fighting Spirit as well as the MMPR version, those are going up in crazy prices too, because the unfortunate timely passing of Jason David Frank. A lot of resellers are capitalizing on that, which I'm not a fan of. I don't necessarily think that it pays respect to the character, right? People are trying to make money off someone's passing, and that's not right. If you guys are really true fans, then you guys would respect that and not try to capitalize on somebody's misfortune for your own well-being. That's not cool at all. Definitely not the Power Ranger way for sure, but I'm super excited for these. I'm not going to collect all of the remastered versions, but I think that if anybody had missed out on the original versions, there are subtle differences to really make it worth your while. The interchangeable, the Dragon Shield is interchangeable and you can swap it on any figure, which is super dope. I'm really excited about that, and I love the way it looks. It's finally that metallic gold. It's not a yellow gold. This is perfect, and I'm all here for it. As soon as this pre-order drops, man, I'm hopping on it. So I'm really excited about these reveals, and like I mentioned, I'm always preaching about making things fresh and fun, and that's exactly the vibes that I felt. I felt that everything just felt fresh, and it wasn't necessarily like stuff that nobody really wanted, right? It was all within reason. And for me personally, I'm all for it. So, with that being said, guys, let me know what you guys think. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all the new support I've been getting. And if you have any questions or would like to talk figures, Power Rangers with me, hit me up in the comments. So, thank you again so much for watching. Peace.